Hello, this is wmpyr. For today's video, I want to focus on circular motions. A lot of times circular motions are used as a warm-up in Eskrima, but they do have practical application if you know what you're doing. And many people, I guess they don't, so they mistake it as flashy moves. And I've made it clear on my YouTube channel, on my personal style that I teach, I don't care about flashy moves at all. That's never been a focus, and it's not now, and that's not what I do. Okay, so trying to help you guys see the practical side of these techniques. So number one is this motion right here. Okay, so this is basically your fan motion that you're doing to strengthening your wrist. You do it like this on the side. You could of course do it front and back, right? And switch arms again, front and back. And you can do top, bottom, like so. Okay, and then over here, top, bottom, just like that. And you're just swinging the stick, you know, making your wrist stronger. Okay, so that might be hard for some people, especially if you have some heavier sticks. These are nice and light, but if you do, this is very good right here. This is much easier to do if you hold it in the middle. And then same thing, same idea from here, front and back, up and down, up and down. Okay, so it's a nice warm up like that. Now, one more step that I like to go, which I think is oftentimes overlooked, is this right here. So from here, we're going to change this into a figure eight. So right now I'm going a downwards figure eight. And then of course you go opposite, which is going upwards figure eight. So upwards figure eight, downwards figure eight. So, you know, do it with both arms and do it in both directions. Okay. You're supposed to do that from here, but it might be hard. So that might help you out. But yeah, you should be able to go right now as downwards figure eight. And then of course opposite, which is going upwards figure eight. So you should be able to do that, you know, both arms. And I recommend that you put that practice in there as well. That's very, very important when you start getting more and more efficient with your angles of attack. So next, what I personally like is this kind of warm up right here. You know, also once again for the wrist, you can go in reverse motion, and then you could also bring your hands closer together and then further apart. And you could do it in both directions, where the stick is turning this way, where it's going over this way, and then of course the reverse, where it's coming from underneath that way as well. Okay, so next, going on, oh, sorry, real quick, there's so much I want to cover. So from here, it's also practice. This is a circular motion. This is where that comes in. So from here, just imagine like you're boxing, boom, boom. You're throwing punches right here. The key is to hold it loose. If you hold it tight, it's going to be difficult to make those motions. So make sure that the stick can rotate inside your fist, and boom, boom. So boom, 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 boom. You know, like pugil stick type fighting. Okay. So, all right. The next thing that I want to go into, this is one that I really, really like, and maybe it's not conventionally taught, is this one right here, making a circular motion this way. Okay. So this one is going from top to bottom and then back to me in this direction. And as you do this, make sure you don't hit yourself. That's one of the things. You want to be able to control it so that you don't, bam, hit yourself in any way or hit your face or anything. So boom, boom, boom. What I like is it goes right into like a boxing type jab. And then of course we can do the other direction, where we're going from the bottom to the top this way. Boom, boom, boom. So boom, 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 like that. Boom, 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 right here. And then, so do that with both arms, like this. Boom, 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 right here. And then opposite direction. And then the next one is to go sideways this way. So from right here, I'm going from the outside, from right to left, in the inside this way. And once again, careful not to smack yourself in the face. It's all about knowing where it's safe and the control. And once again, I like this because boom, boom, I can hit, I can actually strike just like this, just like the warm-up itself. It's a direct translation to the technique. You go opposite direction too, where you're going from inside to outside. Boom, 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 like that. So I like those very much. More conventional. I don't know how many Eskrima schools actually teach that. Maybe not many at all. But what is conventional is this motion right here. They teach this. Okay, so you're going to make one circle up, one circle down. Notice when I come down, I tend to come forwards a little bit, and then when I come up, I tend to lean back a little bit. So down, up, down, up, down, up. And then you could put in multiple circles. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, okay? You could put in 3 or 4 circles, why not? So that one is conventional. Like I said, a lot of schools teach that. A lot of people practice that one. Moving along, let's see. What else do we have? For circular motion, this is one that is super, super important to me. And this is one of my own, I don't want to say findings, because I'm sure, you know, it's a logical progression, but this is one that I really like to teach and focus on, is we're just going from right to left, just like that, left to right. Just going back and forth, back and forth. Okay, we're going to add a circle to that. When we add the circle, notice how the circle, boom, it's almost like I'm drawing a circle around my own head, all right? So yes, this is on the high line. I'm doing this horizontal strike, straight line going from left to right, right to left, but it's high. It's not down here, it's not here, it's up here, okay? So I'm going right to left, left to right. And as I do that, I add a circle. I add a circle. The circle comes from the bottom and it goes all the way around and it finishes. Now going from left to right, it comes from the bottom all the way, it goes up like a roller coaster, and it loops and it goes to the right. So 1, 2, 1 and 2, okay? So one more time, as it goes right here, it's going to go from the bottom and it starts to go up. So it's flying straight and then it goes up, it makes a loop, and then it parks on the other side. And now from the other side, same thing. As it's going, it starts to go up and it goes all the way, makes a loop, and then it parks on the other side, all right? Same idea, we're going to put it in the diagonal lines, okay? So from top right to bottom left, this is the line. Make sure you clear your elbow because you don't want to strike your elbow. So make sure you clear it. That's part of the skill, okay? Or if you leave your elbow down, that you could do this. Like you know where your elbow is, so you're cool with that, okay? So going here up and down like so. When we do this, we're going to add that circle. So boom, 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 boom. Where is the circle? The circle is like actually right in a halfway in between point of the right top, bottom left. Right in between, that's where the circle is going to go around, okay? So whether you're going upwards or whether you're going downwards, okay? So do that, and then next is top left to bottom right. So here, 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 and then I add the circle. Boom, 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 boom. Same idea. Circle is right around, right in between top left, bottom right. Okay. So now we're going to put them together. This is the fun part. Okay. It helps us flow, which is another important concept in the Filipino martial arts. So as you go right here from right to left, you add that circle. Boom. So we're always going to do the top line first. So left to right or right to left, doesn't matter. This is what's going to start you off. So from here, you're going to go diagonal, diagonal, and then go back to the top line. Diagonal, diagonal, back to the top line. Diagonal, down, and then back to the top horizontal. So it's basically 3 moves that you're doing, right? So you're going top, the top line, and then we go diagonal, down, diagonal, down. So that's 3 moves again. And then start again. So from the top right here, top line, diagonal down, diagonal down. Top line, diagonal down, diagonal down. Top line, diagonal down, top line, diagonal down, top line. So that's what you do. 3 moves and just keep them connected. Now, the practical application, which I mentioned in the beginning, what happens when you do that to an actual target? What happens is it turns into a double strike. So right here it goes boom and boom. I'm hitting twice. So now left to right, boom and boom. It allows me to hit once and hit again. Hit once and hit again. Same with the diagonal. Bam and bam. Right here, bam, I hit it and I hit it again. So it's a double strike, okay? Next, moving on, I want you guys to do the exact same thing, but this time when I'm going from right to left, I'm going to keep the circle on the right side first. Boom, and then I travel to the left, okay? So next, going from left to right, I'm going to keep the circle here on the left side, and then I travel. Rather than doing it in the middle, rather than keeping it a big circle right here in the middle, I'm keeping the circle here on the right side, and then I pull it. Left side, and then I pull it, okay? And same with the diagonal, okay? So if I'm starting, you keep it by the starting point, and then you drag it down, okay? If I'm going from bottom left to top right, I do the circle down here, and then I pull, okay? So same idea over here. If I'm going from bottom right to top left, the circle's going to be right here, and then I pull. And then from top left to bottom right, I'm going to do the circle up here, and then I pull down, okay? What happens when you do this? Well, when you do this, now you're getting momentum. So it's not about double strike, okay? What you're doing here is I'm getting the momentum to strike down, okay? So up here, boom, and strike. So it's not necessarily that I'm trying to hit them twice like the other one. I want the boom, that, see, it's almost like a lasso. I'm bringing this here, I'm making a big old swing, and then I cut, okay? Same move over here, make that swing, and then go into the cut. That gives me the momentum. And the momentum is, I'm doing it right here, like on the upper right, upper left, bottom right, rather than bringing it back here and throwing a big old haymaker like that. I'm doing it up here. So that's the idea of Eskrima. If you want power, we do it from high angles or low angles. So that's the idea right there. Okay, we use level change to get power rather than going backwards to forwards, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, but that's more common. So we just want to do something, we have different body mechanics there. So thank you for watching, and take care, folks.